I think it's here. Let's see. Alright, I should go this way. I cannot find you. Where are you? No, not here. Maybe... here you are. Hello, old friend. It has been a very long time, hasn't it? I'm sorry for not coming sooner. I couldn't. I should probably apologize for leaving you the way I did. I disappeared, really, years ago. But I didn't see any other course of action to help us. Will you ever forgive me? I wonder. Do you at least remember me? Perhaps not. Or perhaps my presence might stir a few old, very old memories. Maybe I should help you refresh them. You've always enjoyed my stories, so here I come with a story to tell, a very personal one. Are you ready? The time had come. The corruption had spread far and deep into our world. It was time for you to end it once and for all. You bore a burden, I wish upon no one, even our worst enemies. You had been chosen by fate, by the gods, to rid the world from evil. A task not many could have ever undertaken, let alone succeed in. No matter the risks, the obstacles, you've always fought with courage and determination. Your will has never faltered, even in the worst of times. I have always been by your side, since the very first time we met, many years ago. Do you remember our first encounter in one of the capital's many taverns? People feared me for who I was, for the magic and power I held at the tip of my fingers. Being a sorceress, I was plagued with disdain, hatred, and fear. But you were different. You sat right next to me and engaged in a long and fruitful conversation, as if who I was never even crossed your mind. I never told you that, but I've always been grateful for this moonless night which has seen us meet for the very first time. We joined forces and the world belonged to us. From one city to another, through villages, across mountains, dark and old forests, we made a name for ourselves. People stopped fearing me. People loved me. And you. Us. One day, in an old and abandoned temple, we discovered something. Something that would change the face of our world, of our lives. That would change you forever. You were the chosen one, the being created and molded by the gods to serve the most precious creation, life. For this to happen, we had to search far and wide for any traces of a corruption that started to poison the world. A black ooze, a gas so potent that it would either kill anything on its path or, even worse, turn any living being into furious and bloodthirsty beasts. It took you some time to accept your new fate. The task that was now put upon your shoulders was too heavy to bear, almost impossible to accomplish. This is why I took upon myself to stay by your side, even if the prospects of us succeeding were close to none. From this day forward, I became your shadow, following you everywhere, your most precious support, helping you any way I could. I became your shield, your healer, your confidant. And so we traveled the world again, this time with one and only task in mind: getting rid of all evil and accomplish the God's mission. We met many companions during this long and overwhelming journey. Some stayed long enough so we could call them friends. Some left, scared of the humongous task ahead of us. Of those who stayed, many perished in horrible and painful deaths. The names we made sure to never forget and describe them in our flesh with a blood spell of mine. And now, these names glow as one when we are in dire need of courage, of this one last push that would make us run towards the enemy. Finally, we made it to our final and last destination, a forest, root of all evil, a place so corrupt that even the trees exuded a black tar, so thick it could stop anyone who'd stepped in it, no matter how strong, no matter how powerful. It was infested with creatures no living being had ever seen or ever imagined meeting, even in their most gruesome nightmares. No matter how prepared we were, we knew the fight we were about to engage in would most probably be our last. Ready, we were in our minds, but fear crept in our souls like some villainous toxic spider. Every bite was a reminder of how far we've come, but also how desperate and almost impossible our mission was. And so we fought. We fought through blood and tears and pain. We fought through the depths of our companions, through the loss, through the fatigue, through the last drop of hope that remained in our hearts. And we did it. We succeeded. Only you and I stand amongst our fallen friends. But evil was defeated. We made it. Our journey back was surreal. People were celebrating, praising and being grateful to the gods for their help. None of them knew who did all the work, who sacrificed everything for them, for the world. A bittersweet feeling made its way in our hearts. No matter our explanations, no matter the stories we told, no one believed us. And so, one day we just accepted our silent victory and tried to go back to a normal life. How naive we were, thinking it would be so easy to go back to the past, a past so bright and clear, with no worry and no fear. We just couldn't. Seeing each other every day reminded us of all we've done, all the hardships and all the pain. And before we started hating each other, before resentment made its way in our souls, one morning I left. I keep reminding myself that it was for the best, that it was our only option to finally reach peace and solace. Looking back at that morning, I cannot help but think and feel that it was the most difficult decision I had to make. Even more difficult than the evil we faced. I took upon myself to never reach you ever again, to never cross your path. And I succeeded for many years. So, what brings me to you today? What made me change my mind? Maybe the longing was too painful to bear. Maybe I've reached my limit. Or maybe, just maybe, hearing of your passing one moonless night made my determination falter. And as I am standing now by your grave, I cannot help but remember all that we've been through together. Our quarrels, our jokes, the battles we fought, the night we spent in deep conversation, the joy, the tears, the screams, the laughter. It has all ended now that you're gone. But has it? Has it really? Am I not now the keeper of this past? The only living being in this world that can keep your memory, our memories alive. Maybe, just maybe, this is my new task in life. What do you say, old friend? Should I keep your legend alive?